my name is Ana Maria Boneva and I am a researcher in the Department of Management of Strathclyde University. Today we are going to talk about the history and evolution of management, the study of management, and how it reflects the contemporary view we have on it today. So let's start with the history. Management first appeared around 2000 BC with the Egyptians and Sumerians, but it became a necessary part of organizational structure around the time of industrial revolutions when big corporations arose. The modern study of management began in 1911 with Taylor's book Principle of Scientific Management. He applied the idea that as any other science, management should also be academically researched, and the findings should be applied in order to increase the productivity of labor workers. Later on, Max Weber introduced the idea of the bureaucratic organizations. He envisioned the perfect organization as impersonal and based on rational basis, where the work is divided to different departments that communicate with each other through paperwork. The administrative principles further on improve that idea. As we can see, this is not an approach that we meet in organizations today. That is because later on the humanistic perspective appeared. Human relations movement based its idea of management on that the true efficient control comes within the individual worker rather than the strict authoritarian control. A study in electricity company in Illinois confirmed the findings, as they proved that workers improve their productivity based on the relationship they have with their co-workers and managers rather than the wage incentives they receive. Later on, the human resource perspective defined management as in creating such jobs that fill the employee with joy and inspire them to create and just work better for the company. The behavior science approach includes what we know of psychology and sociology and apply the knowledge to the work environment and thus further on increase the productivity of workers and employees. After the Second World War, the scientific perspective appeared, where the knowledge we have from mathematics and statistics as well as other sciences was applied to management. And the total quality management is a part of this view. Basically, people envisioned organizations as a whole, and they considered the relationships in it on a very big scale rather than focus on just the relationship between individual workers. The contemporary approach appeared with the rapid expansion of technology in the 20th century. It affected dramatically each part of our lives, and management was also a part of it. Now we're going to talk about more of what managers really do. So one way to look at manager's job is using the functions approach, where Fayol envisioned managers to do four basic things. So they plan, organize, control, and lead. On the other hand, Henry Mitzberg in 1960s decided to look at managers' role that they perform on the workplace. He grouped the 10 different manager roles around three basic skills that they have to have. So we have interpersonal, informational, and decisional. Interpersonal is when managers work with people. As they work through and with people, they need to have good relationships with them. On the other hand, informational is all about analyzing the business environment and analyzing what's happening in the company, looking at the big picture as well as the small one, and adapting the strategy that company is taking. This decisional roles, this is probably the most important thing that managers do. They make decisions not only short term about tasks performed by single individuals, but also for the long-term strategy that the company undertakes. Some very important skills that managers have to possess in order to do their job right is conceptual. As business environment is so complex and changing all the time, managers must be able to adapt to it and process all the data that they receive on a daily basis. Then we have interpersonal skills. I already mentioned those. It's very important for managers to be good in working with people in order for them to succeed in conducting good business. Technical skills. Those are the skills that each manager has to possess in order to do their job right. They have to have the knowledge of their own industry and company as well. Political skills. Management is about power. It's about controlling others. As we saw earlier, part of management job is to lead people. So affirming your own authority is very important skill. So I hope that you all grasp the idea of what management is about. Now, as a part of your pre-sessional activity, you are required to go and research further on management styles and just present a quick idea, synopsis of what you think management is and what managers do. Thank you.
So I'm here right now with the manager of Costa Coffee, and I'd just like to ask him a few questions. Hi there.
Hi there.
First of all, I'd just like to know what style of management do you use in your organisation?
Here at Costa Glasgow, we use the Latin Versal. So that normally involves managers giving like very little direction to their employees. It's employee-centered, and we allow employees to determine their own goals. There's also still quite a key role in the senior management to keep some direction to the employees. So we use mission and vision statements to keep that direction. And
What do you think are the advantages of using such a style?
Well, it normally keeps the employees highly motivated. Because they can set their own goals, it keeps kind of interest and motivation in the job. It also allows for creative teamwork. So there's open communication between the employees and the managers.
And then what do you also think are the disadvantages of this style?
There's a few disadvantages. One of them is that it's quite hard to employ unskilled workers because they need direction and also guidance from the managers. And some people do benefit from having guidance, so it's quite hard to keep yourself relevant with unskilled employees. And
thank you very much for your time.
Hello, I'm here with the manager of Boss, and she's going to tell us more about the management style she uses.
Yeah, in Boss we mainly use an autocratic leadership style. This is mainly where I make all these decisions. I don't really leave much to my employees because I feel as such a big brand, you need to keep personality high, and so all decisions are made by me.
I understand, but what about the advantages to this style?
I would say there's many advantages because I know less. I know less of my employees because they only work for me. So I would say that all decisions made are based on the company. It's also very quick because I don't have to speak anything through with the employees. I would also say it keeps the brand name very, very high away.
Oh, I understand.
But I would say there is a few disadvantages. I'm probably not the most liked manager because I don't really take into account what my employees say, and if they don't like it then they're gone. I can find someone to be honest. So
I understand. Thank you for your time.
thank you.
Our manager from the Nike store in Glasgow is going to tell us about her management style.
brainstorming generates many new ideas, and then the potential of uncovering $1,000,000 idea is increased. But there are some advantages about this approach, and one of them is that we always keeping our employees motivated, and they can contribute for the decision-making process. And for the negative side, I can say that sometimes it takes a long time to use all of these ideas, and people feel disappointed.
We're outside Vodafone in Glasgow with the CEO, Vittorio Calao, and we're just asking him a couple of questions about the management style that he uses in his stores. So could you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, and basically here at Vodafone we use a democratic style of management, and that's basically encouraging employees to be involved in decision making. And they're basically informed of everything to do with their work, and they're encouraged to be a part of the decision making and showing incentives and getting involved, and not just me making all the decisions, more me kind of delegating to other people and giving them a chance to grow the organisation, which we like to do here.
Yeah, so like, what are the advantages? Why do you use this?
Yeah, well, basically, it's the main reason I use this style of management is I like to provide opportunities for my employees and help them to grow. And if there's a large, like for example, complex problem, it's hard for me. It's a lot of pressure on myself to make a decision by myself. But if I have the help of other people and subordinates to help me out, it's easier to get through the decision. And then finally, I want to just encourage team building and participation, so they feel more empowered.
But are there any disadvantages?
Well, there are a few, and sometimes there's not enough time to actually get everyone's input. If I have to ask everyone, like, to help out, it kind of takes a while to get through the actual decision. Rather, if I made it just myself using like an autocratic style of management, I'd be able to just make a decision and move quickly. Sometimes it's a bit more costly as well, because I have to. It's just.
Yeah, I understand. Costly to implement
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then finally, basically, if it's a big important decision which the business cannot afford a mistake, it's a big responsibility to put on them, and they may not be as skilled as the manager, so it's probably better than the manager on those decisions.
Yeah. Okay, well thanks for very much for your
Thank you.
time.
Cheers. Thank you.